My name is Evan Roth.
And I'm James Powderly.
So together we're the Graffiti Research Lab. We're based out of New York. We're here to do a project called L.A.S.E.R tag, which we're about to start doing in about half an hour here, which is basically you have a laser pointer as an input. We try to invite as many activists and graffiti writers and people that are interested in communicating in public space to come out with us.
That's what I want.
So you've got basically a projector that's hooked to a laptop computer. It's got custom software that our collaborator Theo Watson, who lives in Amsterdam, wrote. It's also connected to a camera. So the camera is actually just tracking that green laser pointer. And wherever it sees the green, it sort of updates the projected image with the white pixel. And that pixel can kind of be stylized to look like dripping paint, or it can look like a vector-based tool or like a big bubble letter. And then users can kind of add their own brushes. And all the software is open source, all the designs for the hardware is open source, so anyone can make it if they want to.
So the L.A.S.E.R tag project that we're doing here is like one example of the kind of technology projects we're interested in. But as a sort of umbrella thing we're interested in more generally is just that this is technology that enables people with sort of scarce means to be able to communicate at the same scale as the advertisers do. The advertisers here speak so loudly that
they use very high-tech, state-of-the-art technology, and they're super integrated into the architecture. So it's hard to make a huge impact. Whereas in a city in Europe, where advertising is more sparse and it's less sort of spectacle, less lasers, you know, it seems like a little bit more of an impact. But I think it has an effect because I think people in Hong Kong are not used to the idea that they could actually kind of input their own thoughts into these advertising systems. So they see things on this scale, but never something that they can actually manipulate or change or control. So it still seems like, and it does seem like Hong Kong is a city that it's like important that projects like ours come to Hong Kong, because there are a lot of issues that people have with the city, a certain uncomfortableness about the way the city has sort of put itself on a vector where money and commerce are kind of the primary modes of operation, and that the culture is kind of being modernized, and a certain aspect of the original or authentic Hong Kong culture has kind of been replaced with now huge buildings, and it becomes a sort of a city that looks like New York or London, just a big metropolitan, cosmopolitan city.
There is no darkness so deep that we cannot paint the present. There is no cause so bleak that we will bail in vain. We are the brains army dispatched in vain, and we course that eyes run through and your pigments splattered on barren ground. Swords aloft, screaming battle cries and all tongues lost. The old blood boiling over timeless ideals. We are staining every soul present enough to look up go home. Scarred and tattooed the sign all over your body for these sunlit flames. Hurrah, brighter spirits coming. Great lump of call ahead and slice clean off. Once a benevolent president tears over.
Graffiti in general, really, how graffiti is a voice for everybody to sort of have an influence on what the city looks like, right? And here the fight's a little bit bigger, but we saw this even a little bit the other night where even though there's a Panasonic ad the size of a city block, like it didn't have 20 or 30 people playing with it and having a good time and being able to express, like, I don't even know what they were saying half the time because it wasn't in English, but I have a feeling it wasn't about selling products, you know. It was people saying what, you know, free speech. It's advertising is not free speech, and so what we're trying to do is introduce that, even if it's like in a very, you know, we think it's a big scale. When we come here, it feels like a very, what we do is on a small scale compared to what's going on. But that's sort of the fight we're into. So here our fight's more exaggerated, but maybe that's a good thing.
Now give me money.